subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
Then usually I go back for a third time, and then I put just that neutral color that is actually my skin color. And no, for you haters out there, I do not bleach my skin. There is a thing called sunlight, and in that sunlight, you get different colors. And if I'm not posting and recorrecting my pictures and posting from my daughter's um, what is it? She had a play that I was volunteering on and had stage makeup on. Yes, I'm calling you out on this because it is ridiculous that everyone's like, oh, she bleaches skin. I'm a dark black woman and I love who I am and I love how I look. And that's just not my thing. And if people do it, that's their thing and they have every opportunity and they should. I don't judge. But you guys do. But that's what this world is about. And I stay in my lane, the non judgy one, and I keep it. But no, I actually don't bleach my skin. So can we just like kind of clear that up? Okay, so that's what I do. I start with my Nothing to See concealer. I only did one side of my face. Follow me, you'll see that I got new wallpaper on my bathroom. Hope you guys like it. I actually hate it. I really hate it, but it actually works better for the light. It gives me more of my true color, the color that I've never bleached. Yes, I'll be seeing y'all. Okay, so
Serena Williams. Serena Williams, the other day, people were talking about her because she did a video where she was with her husband and her face was looking extra light and she was kind of acting kind of out of it, like she was high or something. And people saw the video and people were genuinely concerned. They were like, damn, what's going on with your skin? Are you okay? She just kind of looked whacked out. So a lot of people were inquiring about it and people felt a certain way about it. So she made a video. So she came out with the video and she was like, hey, look, I'm not bleaching. It was just some lighting and oh, I'm not bleaching my skin. It was a certain lighting that I was in. I don't think it was that, by the way. I think she just had the makeup caked on real janky. I don't think that was lighting because there's been a few images of our sister Serena going out with that white powdered looking makeup. So I don't think it's bleaching. I think she's just putting on some extra light damn foundation that don't match her like it should. That's what I'm thinking it is. And it looks crazy. But she was kind of splaining like, oh, I ain't bleaching my skin. And if people want to bleach their skin, that's okay. There shouldn't be a problem. People are so judgmental. And no, we're not trying to judge our sister. We still love our sister Serena. We still love her. That's our sister. My concern, yeah, was basically how she just kind of looked out of it. Yeah, the whole pale skin, that's one thing. That's whatever. But she was sitting there with her guy, and they just kind of looking out of it. Just something just mentally and just something just didn't look right. So I think a lot of people, that's where a lot of the concern really is just her demeanor and just the way she was acting. Because a lot of these women go out here and get these zaddies, and zaddies done stole your soul. You got a whole different vibe now. A lot they suck out your soul. Some of these zaddies, and you don't have the same vibe. You become different. Like Eve, I love the rapper Eve, but she's different now. She don't have the same swag she used to have. Now that she's been up here with this zaddy, they don't have the same swag. She just walk in the room looking like she just ate some granola. Just a whole different swag. Yeah. So we hope our sister Serena's all right. She said she's good. She said she ain't bleaching. She said she's cool. All right, we want you to be all right. There's nothing but love. We want our sister to be good. All right. Let me get some people in here because we are in this building heavy. Now raise your hand if you're ready to get on. If you are ready right now to chop it up, let's get cash out. Let's get cash out in the building. Cash Out in the building, and then one NP Fram. But Cash Out, what's happening?
Hey, Tariq, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
All right, that's one MP Fran. So what's going on, Fran? I'm good. What city you in again, Fran?
St. Louis.
St. Louis. Oh, what's fine?
You know what? I was thinking there's okay, so I got my grandbabies the Hidden Heroes book. So it's a 3-year-old, a 11-year-old and an 8-year-old. Okay.
Okay.
And they sleep with their books and they go to a private school. And every week they have been bringing up one of those heroes. Okay.
Mm, love
That I love it. I mean, I got one that's the 8-year-old is thug love. I mean, she is born a thug. She give it to you
it.
raw. Period. Okay.
Mm,
And then my
mm.
11-year-old, she's pretty, docile and you know, it's not like that, but it's hilarious. But I wanted to ask you if you would consider making the same book, but making it a poster book because I didn't want them to tear pages out because I got one from my mother's daycare. And
Oh,
it would be awesome to be able to put those, because she puts all these images and people and all of that on the walls. But if you made
okay.
a poster book, that would be easier for the daycares and schools and things like that.
That's a good idea, and I'm going to look into that. And shout out to you and your babies, by the way, beloved. But I'm going to look into that. Speaking of Missouri, family, because she just reminded me of something. Did y'all hear out there in Missouri? Um, this was in Kansas. Was it Missouri or Kansas? It's Kansas City. Okay, this is in Kansas. Okay, this is a Kansas City, Kansas thing. Okay, I thought it was Missouri, but it's actually in Kansas. But in Kansas City, there was this white cop, this old cop named Roger Golubsky. This white cop had been sexually assaulting black women for decades. This guy, Robert Golubsky, he was sexually assaulting sisters for decades. He was targeting black women, and this was like a high-ranking police detective. And he was using his power to just sexually violate black women all through the city. And they put federal charges on him for violating his oath. And this dude, the trial was supposed to start today. He didn't show up for trial. They found out that he committed suicide. He shot himself in the head. Now, my thing is, I want to make sure the body. I want to see the body in the casket because they'll pull something slick. I want to see the body in the damn casket. They say he offed himself, but I don't put nothing past these folks. I don't know if they didn't put him on a train somewhere and sent him out the country. But yeah, I would like to see that body in a casket getting lowered into the ground. Yeah, I need to see just to make sure. But yeah, this dude was violating sisters out there left and right, man. So if he offed himself, with good riddance. And let me tell you something about that case. The reason why he even got the charges on him in the first place, man, you know who was responsible for that? Jay-Z. A lot of folks don't know that. Jay-Z and Team Rock, Jay-Z has an organization, it's a social justice arm of Rock Nation. And his social justice organization, they filed a lawsuit, a federal lawsuit, against the guy for violating public record laws. And they really put this thing on the hot seat. They really put this thing on the hot seat. So shout out to Jay-Z. I give credit where credit is due. Shout out to Jay-Z and his organization. They were the ones who really went out there and filed the lawsuits and got this thing propped up on a federal level and got this sick ass dude up out the paint. So shout out to Mr. Carter. Yeah, that's all right there. Can't complain about that whatsoever. All right, let's get some more folks in here. Let's get let me see, we got a lot of people. Let's get ODB in the building. ODB, and then we'll get a Cooley. Let's get ODB, then a Cooley.
Yeah, man. What's happening with you, Tariq?
What's going on, brother? How are you?
Man, nothing much, man. I came up here to kind of repeat the same sentiments, man, about the Hunter Biden, his 191 sexual crimes. What is it? 140, 120 drug crimes, and then 140 business crimes that he did. And it seems like all these Democrats, they really only have talking points about Trump when we bring them
Right.
up about what Trump does and things like that. And then I also had a second question. You know what I mean?
Go ahead.
Can you explain the origins? I know it's so I looked up the Majara, and a
Ye-
lot of people in the spaces had a question. Can you explain the origins of the Majara and everything like that to the people, man?
Yes, indeed. Now, and I've spoken on it a few times. The Majara spirit, when we had our ethnogenesis here, we had an ethnogenesis here. Foundational Black Americans, when the Black Aboriginals were blended in with the African people, we got classified as a new ethnic group. We became a totally new ethnic group. And it was almost like a Big Bang theory. All of our cultures was created right here on this soil. We started creating brand new cultures because any old culture that was stripped and beaten away, anything from any previous place we were, even an Aboriginal culture here, would move different people from different tribes and send them to different places and take them to different places and then get the children and then strip the children of that previous knowledge, strip them of their names. So we had a Big Bang theory. So we became a new ethnic group. And the gift and the curse of that is we were in a situation where we had to start from scratch. And the great thing is when you're starting from scratch, you are extra creative because we're in survival mode. So we were creating all of these culinary um, cultures. We were creating all of these musical cultures. We just had this creative Big Bang theory, and we also had a spiritual Big Bang. That's what we call the Majara spirit. Our spiritual energy was different, and I think that was something that the Most High implemented in us to teach the world something. I think we got that energy. The Most High wanted to use us and infuse a certain energy in us and have us physically withstand some of the most egregious torture imaginable. And because our spiritual essence was so different and unique, we were able to stand up to it. You understand? And that was supposed to give the world a lesson. That's why people look at us the way they do. This is why people study us the way they do. This is why people see us and get inspired the way they do. All eyes are on us, ladies and gentlemen. I want y'all to understand when we turn up, the world turns up. Y'all remember 2020 during the George Floyd uprisings? The world saw us turning up. They start turning up. Do y'all know they were turning up all over the world? They were turning up over in Greece. The Greek people up there throwing gyros at the U.S. Embassy, throwing Molotov cocktails. They were turning up all over the world because of us. They follow our lead. They see the spiritual essence that we have, and that you got to respect it. You have to respect that. And the thing is, man, they've thrown everything at us. They've done everything to us. That's why we're not tripping when they try to use scare tactics on us. When Democrats come around here with all of that Sambo scare tactic stuff, listen now, listen here, young peoples. If y'all sit up here and let Trump get in office, Project 2025 is gonna get you now. You listen to me. You don't. The boogeyman is gonna get you. The Project 2025 is gonna get you. They're gonna have monsters and demons come out from another universe. I'm telling you. Elon Musk is clicked in with Trump. You know what Elon Musk is doing? He's sending his spaceships to get aliens. You understand me? Them aliens gonna come back. You know what they're gonna do? Shoot y'all in the back. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna have aliens on Elon Musk rocket shooting y'all niggas. Yeah. We're like, well, whatever. Whatever. That doesn't scare us because listen, man, the dominant society, they've blown their wad, so to speak. They've done everything to us. So that's the negative side of warfare. They've already exhausted everything. They've done everything. And in warfare, when you throw everything you got at your quote enemy, that that's a negative. Because if your enemy is still standing and you've thrown everything you got at them, that's a problem. Because number one, you're going to lose the element of surprise. See, in warfare, the most important thing is surprise. You just swooping down and just taking somebody by storm. With us, you can't do anything that surprises us. We expect you to do some bullshit. You understand? Y'all not surprising us with nothing. When you do something janky, we're like, oh, well, I knew it. We already knew it was coming. When we walk in and we see you, our foundational Black American instincts, we already know we built an instinct where we can damn near smell the racism. You understand what I'm saying? Family, and I've talked about this before. FBAs, man, when we go to certain cities or certain small towns, if you traveling and you driving around somewhere, you go to a town off in the cut, you're like, wait a minute. I can smell the racism here. You can just smell it. You can just sense and smell the racism in certain places if you're a foundational Black American. You know? A lot of other groups don't have those same instincts. Remember the case, a very unfortunate case, some African immigrants, they were, what? I want to say they were in Missouri. I forgot where they were. They were in one of these states. And um, some African immigrants, I think this kid missed the bus and then he went and knocked on one of them white neighbors' doors in one of these white neighborhoods and then got shot. Yeah, that's a person who don't have the instincts. Yeah, he was an immigrant kid and unfortunately they shot him. He survived. Thank goodness he survived. But they don't have the instincts that we have. We know better than to do that. We know if we're in a different neighborhood, especially a predominantly white neighborhood, we understand the danger there. So we kind of move a little cautiously. That's why even when we were growing up, part of our culture was what? Come inside at 6 o'clock. When the street light comes on, come inside. The street light would usually come on at 6. So the rule was when the street light comes on, y'all come on inside. Not because of any danger with Black folks. I mean, there's crackheads and stuff now, but back in the day, the danger was um, the sundown town rules. That was something that we knew. Black folks understood. White folks had this little informal sundown town rule where Black folks were not supposed to be walking around at night because you'll be fair game. So we knew how to kind of move and shake and navigate instinctively. You understand? But like I said, because they've thrown everything at us and our Majara spirit has kept us standing strong, that's different. That's something that's admirable. Because the thing is, when you throw something at people and they stand up to it, that group of people starts looking like they're invincible. So folks look at us like we're damn near superheroes sometimes, man. When they see how we'll still stand up to white supremacist oppression, when they throw everything at us and we can still say, hey, man, you can go to hell and I'm going to still have my confidence and I'm going to still hold my head up high. See, that's where a lot of groups envy that. That's where a lot of the tether anger and some of these other groups who come from these other countries where they had to run and they got pinched a little bit and they had to break out. When they see us standing up to the oppressor class, that's because our Majora spirit is a very strong spirit. We got a very strong spiritual element. So the physical thing, we're not scared. That we're just not afraid of these people. You did? Because we understood that we had to tap into that spiritual essence in order to withstand the type of abuse they were giving us physically and psychologically. So that spiritual resolve became much stronger. That's why our music is the way it is. That's why our music and our singing is so passionate. That's the Majara spirit. They call it soul. Soul is Majara. That's what it is. When you say soul food, you're talking about the Majara spirit in the food because even when we cook, there's a spiritual element that we put in the food. The the secret ingredients is love. We've always heard that in foundational Black American society. The love is the Majara spirit. because we prepare the food thinking about helping the community that needs help. Because in slavery, we had to look out for everybody on that plantation. We had to make sure those kids were fed. Everybody had to make sure that people were safe. We had to make sure or try to protect each other as much as possible. So we were looking out for each other on these plantations. So when we made food, the desire was to make sure, even though we have little, let's make sure everybody's going to be taken care of with this meal so that they will be sustained, so that they will be healthy, so that they will be nourished, so that they will not be any more downtrodden that they are. So the FBA family, they would make that food with so much love and care and tenderness, and you can taste the love in the food. When you taste our food, you can taste the love in it. That's why you can eat food, and can y'all notice when you can eat certain foods and you can kind of picture who made it? You can kind of picture who made the food. Like you taste some food and it'll be like Southern food. You be like, "Here's white people made this." You taste the potato salad. There's some white people in the kitchen. You can kind of visualize who made the food. Well, it was like that down there in Houston because there was a couple of places we ordered from, and we had some of their grits and stuff. Like, there's some white people made this, and then we had some other food. Like, oh, okay, there's some FBAs made this. You can tell. You can tell when some FBAs made some food. You can taste it and tell right away because it reminds you of your family. It's just the vibe in the damn food. You can tell when we made it. You understand? The energy of the food is different. Yeah, you can tell. So again, that the Majora spirit, that was something that was infused in us by the Most High, so that we could teach the world how to stand up strong against adversity and keep your head up. And we're the beacon of that. That's why so many people look up to us now. And I want us to recognize, see, we sit up here and we're just ourselves. I want us to understand how important our spiritual essence is, because that's a very unique thing to us as foundational Black Americans. Our spiritual essence is just different. It's different and unique, and we got to recognize that. Ukili.
Yeah, Tariq, how are you? Thank you for bringing all this up. But uh, what you bringing up is a lot. What I see when I came here, but I wish like it was not like this because like this African that's like just coming up behind your name is kind of like too much. When somebody comes from Europe and they took the citizen and then they just become like American, but when you're here for thousands of years and you still that African thing is just like behind you, it's like not good. And also, I don't know if you already focus on the thing that they always say, like, oh, the first African American thing, which is, I hate that terms. Like, there's not like first, like they was already, you will never hear like the first white person did this thing or the first thing this thing did. But I wish you can focus on that term too, because these people were not the first. They were always like doing stuff and inventing things and bringing up new things, but they just want to make it like a small and they just want to make like a little by little their work. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. To be honest, I have no idea what he was talking about, but hey, shout out to him. I have no idea who he was talking about. Let's get MM Consultant. MM Consultant in the building. MM Consultant. You ready, brother? Hop on in. All right. While we're waiting on MM Consultant, let's get Pope Kush in the building. Let's get Pope Kush in the building. Pope Kush. All right. Pope, you ready? All right. Pope ain't saying nothing. Let's get Q's the captain. Oh, wait. That Pope? Hey, what's going on, Pope? How are you?
There is this thing which I have, right? this idea that I have. Um, your museum, brother, can you just make it virtual or something like that, so that we people who are not in America, then we can take a virtual tour,
I might have to.
like of the yeah.
Yeah, I might have to do that. I've had some people ask me that before, so yeah, we might have to put that together. So that's why we need people to contribute to the Hidden History Museum, so that we can put things like that together. That's an idea a lot of people have been hitting us up with. Q's. Let's get Q's in here.
Yo, what's up, Tariq? How you doing, bro?
I'm good. Q's. What's going on with you, player?
Oh, not much, man. I just on the space enjoying it, man. Enjoying it like always, man. I always got you on, man. I got a new my baby, my girlfriend is pregnant right now, so my baby right now are listening to you right now, man, in
Love
the
it.
womb. So
Love it.
yeah.
Congratulations. When
Um
does the baby due, by the way?
April.
Oh, cool, cool, cool.
Yeah, I got a baby girl on the way, man.
Oh, love it, man. How long have you and your lady been together?
We've been together for like a year and a half, going on 2 years.
Okay, okay. Man, much love to that, brother, man. Thank you.
But
Go ahead, go ahead.
I I had two questions for
Go
you,
ahead.
man. Um, as far as like our FBA, have you ever thought about like getting the FBA parade or something going, like so where we can kind of get that Majara spirit flowing and everywhere, man, all together? Because I feel like when we together, man, that's when everything just go right and go smooth.
Yes, indeed. I do want to do something down in Atlanta, man. I would like to do something in Atlanta next year. So, yeah, definitely, we do need an FBA parade just to celebrate our culture. Just like we had the Juneteenth thing in DC, and that was just a good vibe. It's a wonderful vibe. We need to have an annual FBA parade, man. Just celebrating our joint, just like other groups celebrate their culture and their heritage. So, yes, we definitely need to do that. All right. Let me see. Let's get Kyrie, brother Kyrie in the building. Um, brother Kyrie. I see Miss Cheryl still over there. Miss Cheryl, hit me up in Miss Cheryl. I'm a hold on. Let me get Miss Cheryl up real quick. Let me holler at Miss Cheryl real quick. Before I get you, Kyrie, let me holler at Miss Cheryl. Miss Cheryl with her little old phone. Miss Cheryl, hop in, dear. Miss Cheryl. See, Miss Cheryl got that old phone.
Don't be talking about my phone now, Tariq. Look, I'm down here in New Orleans, right? And I decided to go through my grandmother's stuff. Guess what I
What'd you
found?
find, dear?
A Social Security card. She was born in 1904. And did you know on the back of the Social Security cards, they have the address that it was registered to?
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, I found that today. And I say, well, let me keep digging. But I thought about it. My sister have the Bible with every other thing in it.
Mm-hmm.
So what you said, 18 or what?
What 1804? What year you talking?
Yeah, how far it go back?
It goes back.
Okay, because I found the ones for New Orleans. I found it for Bunker, Louisiana. I found for South Carolina and
Oh,
Bush, Louisiana.
yeah. If you can trace back at least to 1865, yeah, you good to go. That's good. So you're in New Orleans?
Yeah, I'm in New Orleans.
So look, sister, I'm going to get you a phone for the for the.
You worse than my kids. They be having mom buy your phone for Christmas. I said, don't buy me no phone.
You know.
And if my car in front the door, that still don't mean I'm home.
We'll get you a phone if you need a phone, beloved.
I'm gonna get a phone this year. Stop buying all this other stuff. I'm gonna give me a phone.
All right, there you go, Michelle. Thank you so much, beloved. All right.
All right, honey.
From New York Times best-selling author Tariq Nasheed comes Foundational Black American Race Baiter, the groundbreaking book shaking up the conversation on race in America. As one of the most influential voices for Black Americans today, Nasheed exposes the tactics used to manipulate, subjugate, and control Black communities. In this powerful read, Tariq Nasheed equips you with the knowledge to resist injustice and reclaim your narrative. Don't miss out on the book that's redefining the game. Foundational Black American Race Baiter, available now at officialfba.com. Get your copy today.